In the bottom left, the legendary orc player, the greatest greenskin of all time from South Korea. It is Lin. In the top right, representing China, looking to redeem himself, prove himself among the greatest once more after a long drought. It is Fortitude.
And if I remember correctly, during DreamHack Summer, when Fortitude played against Fly twice, he was using a lot of rifles. And not just opening with rifles, but actually sticking to rifles for a very long time. It's almost unusual nowadays. A lot of humans, they went back to doing the double sanctum style, so I wonder if that's still going to be his go-to style here against a Lin who I feel like he's still underestimated just because he lost that one series to TH. Before that, he was undefeated against human for the longest time. He had an insane streak, then he finally lost one series, and then suddenly, you know, it's like you're only as good as your last series or something. Suddenly we start talking about him as if he's washed up, as if he's not doing nearly as well, but I still think he's got it, and I think he's going to show it here in this series.
Yeah. We very recently saw him very impressively also in WCG Lin versus Infi. There was an insane best of 3. That was part of why Infi wasn't having the easiest group stage, where Lin got the 2-1 victory, opting here now for a Farseer and a fast tech. Most of the Chinese do tend to go for breakers and priests, especially, of course, inspired by Infi at WGL. TH does that a lot as well. It's the Koreans who still go for quite a few riflemen. It's a bit map dependent as well, right? Rifles help you to creep. Are there other important factors you need to keep in mind when making the choice between rifles and breakers?
Yeah, I mean, if it's Farseer or Blades, obviously, right? But against Farseer, we've seen how effective the double sanctum style can be as well, because you can get a bunch of casters, you can work with this spell pretty quickly, and then you go into breakers and magic control, which against the wolves is quite ideal. The problem with that is that against Kodos, it's going to be way harder. You know, you need to start being eaten, and it's never a good feeling if two Kodos eat 2 of your breakers, so you have to really avoid that at any cost. Whereas if you play with rifles and the orc just goes for, it kind of skips Kodos and goes for a lot of grunts and a lot of shamans, it's also going to be pretty tough for you. So there is like these transition wars happening, or like sometimes you just try and trick the opponent entirely. You know, you can have your blacksmith on the other side. Same thing, whether you go for war mill or not and Kodos. You just need to do a lot of scouting and adapt basically from each side.
I like the play here by Fortitude running out on the map right away, threatening to creep, and the Farseer decided to chase rather than to pressure the economy too much. Wants to make sure Fortitude doesn't creep up too easily. Everyone knows the level 3 AM dangerous Fortitude pushes against which Lin was suffering a lot over the years. Like years back, I remember when WGL was still called GCS, Lin said his most dangerous opponent in this matchup is Fortitude with his legendary pushes, and he's looking for the opponents creeping around the map. Footies were at the green, we're able to get the AM the level 2. That is, I guess, unavoidable, but it's really about that level 3 now, where Lin will be paying close attention. A favorite move to go for Fortitude is to call the militia to the green, but Lin is scouting for it with the wolf, for perhaps it might happen.
Oh, Fortitude is going to do the camp at the bottom. I really like that because he can just use the fountain to save all of his footmen. It's really for Lin to anticipate that and maybe send some wolves there. Oh, that one footman might die on Crips. Fortitude, realized last second, well done. And he's still saving that turtle spot at the top for just Militia Archmage. He's going to be creeping in 3 places at once here in a second, if this keeps going. This is super well done. Lin shows up, oh, can he still... Oh. No crab for you. He's on
Fortitude got it. Maybe he's allergic to shellfish, you know? Some people are.
That's really sad, actually.
Right, isn't it?
Yeah,
and I have friends who choose not to eat any kind of fish or seafood.
Ah, cringe.
Could you tolerate such friends?
No. Anybody that doesn't eat sushi cannot hang out with me, actually.
That's a hard no from Todd.
So Archmage healing. Actually, Fortitude could go for the shop at the bottom here to get level 3. Oh, Lin's stealing the turtle camp at the top. He hasn't really been able to get anything going as far as denying experience, so I guess it's good that the chieftain is at least gonna get the small orange camp near his base, gets a ring. And yeah, we do have that rifle style, which what really surprised me was that Fortitude was not really ever transitioning out of this. You know, a lot of humans, they would make a couple rifles, but then they'd go into double sanctum, but Fortitude just seems to insist on spamming more and more rifles, and what he's really good at is stonebolting the Torrent Chieftain when he's coming in, and really using his crowd control to make sure he never gets full surface area on those rifles, which actually wasn't enough in his rematch against Fly last time.
And now Fortitude, you know, little by little, green camp after green camp, now he gets level 3. Is he gonna go for the Water Elemental 2? Yes, instantly. Later on in the game, if he had reached it at a later point, maybe he would have gone for Aura, but right now the Elementals are still good. There's not too many Shaman out just yet, with the Lodge just having finished a little while ago. And with that also, you can try to go for a big creep camp. Something we saw from Infi a lot is wait for the MK, call the Militia, and then snipe the Overlord right away. Seems like that will be the attempt here, just without Militia.
Oh my god, the Stormbolt range.
Oh, doesn't
he
get
messed
the
up.
surround though. Oh, that cost him so much time.
It's because of that Farseer harassing him. I think he was looking in the main base at some point. He's pulling back with everything. This Farseer is achieving so much, and he has Cloak of Shadows. Even if he gets Stormbolted or surrounded, he can just still hide from, like, right there. Lin is being so annoying with his Farseer.
True. He had an option right there to play aggressively with the TC, come in here with a big harass on the level 2 second hero, but instead, Lin decides to creep the natural. He knows he will be safe to do this as the opponent is busy at the red, and sends over the peon, as we've seen so many times before. A fairly quick tier 2 expansion. Farseer, can he get the last hit steal with a Chain Lightning? This would be amazing for the Orc. In fact, some priests here in danger of dying. He didn't get it, did he? The experience went with the MK, but he gets 2 kills, gets a priest and a rifleman.
Yeah, and the TC is level 3. Mountain King level 1.5. I think if Lin just heads to the other side of the map, like while expanding, he can still fight here, and with Torrent Chieftain level 3, it's going to be so hard for Fortitude to fight super effectively. Even though, I mean, Mountain King, obviously, he's going to rely on the Stormbolt, like I said, on the Chieftain, and some good target fire. 43 supply, he's queuing Dispel after 3 priests, but he lost one of them. That's a big problem, actually. Because these priests, they're going to work overtime to heal everything. And if you don't have this spell in the fight, walls actually can be very decent to help out.
Yeah. Lin here moving across the map very well. He's healing up. He cripped heavily on the TC, so it took a long time to heal up these grunts decently again. And now he's making sure there's going to be no little run by, canceling his expansion. Would love to force a fight right there. Sees no opponent at the lab. Could even go for a Zeppelin drop, perhaps. That might be quite annoying. But it seems like Lin has other plans. Goes over to the Merchant. Very easy here to predict where the human will be. And now, we'll take a big fight. TC is level 3 and has full mana. Militia will be required. Fortitude wants to have nothing to do with this battle. TP's out. Is going to lose 1 rifle. Oh my god, that was the last second. Almost saved it. But it's a TP gone. A little more experience going to Lin. And yeah, this game seems to be fully in the Koreans' hands.
Yeah, Fortitude sees that there's an expansion on the way with his footmen, but nicely done by Lin. He sent 2 wolves to get rid of that. He's going to some headhunters here. Actually, he at least met 1. Torrent Chieftain going in. Where's the lightning shield? Would be super useful here on the Chieftain.
With the Militia here, the human forces are actually quite strong. Another Raider went down after the first Shaman, and the supply for Lin is still very low. Could kill that Water Elemental for more experience, and he does. Almost level 3 Farseer. He's gonna have... Well, I guess he could even go Wolves here with there being no breakers.
Yeah. I mean, the priests have enough mana that I think going Chain Lightning might be better. And that Chieftain is just so scary. When you don't have Mountain King level 3, it's so hard to fight. Obviously, you'd almost always go for a Clap level 2. But you still have to stumble that guy and really zone him out. Fortitude knowing that there is an expo right now, he must know he's not doing super well in this game. I think the plan might be to expand at 50 supply, but Lin staying on top of him. That movement was so smart. He let him engage the creeps into the expansion. And this time we don't have a town problem. Fortitude might be trapped.
He needs the Militia really badly over here. Focus fire on the TC, but he's very tanky with a bonus armor and health. And now Lin looking for the reinforcements. He's got another perch. That's an easy kill on the rifle. Mana on Shaman is extremely low now, so maybe Water Elementals can become stronger now as well. Lin is committing in deep, but he still has a TP to get out if he needs it. Oh my god, that stomp. disables the entire back line. There's going to be another one of those, by the way. Speed scroll to reposition. Kodo didn't get off a snag yet. Next stomp comes in. That one isn't so amazing. Nice dodge against the Kodo Devour, but it's more kills still going the Orc's way. Takes out a Priest, takes out a Rifle. Militia now coming in to help. If Lin actually saves everything here, that would be insane. Headhunter goes down, but the Kodo is saved. Another great engagement by Lin with now an Expo running in high upkeep, or in upkeep, I should say, already. He can heal up. Lin just a beautiful game, completely in control.
Yeah, I like that he broke upkeep pretty early here. I think he realized there was not really going to be an expansion anytime soon here from Fortitude, and he just had to make a lot of units to make sure he does well in the game. Buys a healing scroll at the shop. He bought the one speed scroll that was available back at home. Actually, he's going to engage the Crypts, which is going to cancel the Clarity a little bit before it's done, so that Thorn Chieftain doesn't have as much mana as it should right now. But Mana Pendant on the other side, if you combo that with the Mana Potion, still can be very deadly. This Archmage feels so useless though, because it only summons Water Elementals level. It doesn't even have Brilliance level 2. I think it was a mistake to go for a Water level 2 here.
Oh, Lin on the high ground. Fortitude can't see down. Speed scroll is popped, and that's a painful flank. There might be two priests going down right away. One is Purge, one is ensnared. TC's flying in with that speed scroll and the perfect stomp and lightning shield over the top. There's a dispel, right? Dispel? Yes, there was, but there's another one, and now there's... Okay, dispel once again used, but this human army looks so small. Lin has fought himself into such a favorable position. Another stomp, another lightning shield. MK is trying his best with the clap, but there is no chance. Fortitude calls for the GG, and Lin takes the 1-0.
Yo, that was, once again, a pretty one-sided affair, right, Lin? As I pointed out before, Fortitude is very known for his early harasses. He's aiming for the burrows, but Lin knows this for years. And boy, did this Farseer shut down any attempt of this. He kept them busy on the middle of the map, and with that, no point of attack for Fortitude. He was just running around, and every single fight went into Lin's direction. Let's see. Yeah, you want to say something before we go into a little break?
Very good, Neo. I like it.
Okay, see you in a bit. Second
Hello.
map coming up. It is Lin versus Fortitude. This time on Last Refuge.
Hopefully here, Fortitude's going to have a bit of a better start into the game, mid-game, and late game, because that was all Lin, map number 1. Lin shows us why he's so strong in this matchup. Just seems to always know what to do, what to creep, when to expand, when to attack, which fights to take, which to avoid. Fortitude there really didn't have much chance. Todd, are you hopeful for Fortitude map 2?
I hope he can play better, because there was a lot of clear mistakes. Like that pull in the middle of the map, the way he failed it, and I think that's because he was looking at the Farseer in his main base. That's honestly quite unacceptable, if you ask me. Like, you can't have that happen while Lin obviously is going to have his chieftain out earlier before you have your second hero out.
Yeah, that can oftentimes be the advantage for Org. In that first mid-game fight, the TC can solo creep to level 3 quite well, especially if the Farseer is played properly and is annoying the human, which Lin is so damn good at. Next map, though, will be very different. Last Refuge, where with the Shadow Priest early, perhaps Fortitude can have a better game.
We're loading in. This is it. Match points for Lin could be the 4th 2-0 of the day. Very, very one-sided so far. But, okay, it's just the first day. We're going to be here every day at noon until Sunday. Then we have the group stage concluded and the big playoffs are coming next week's weekend. We're going to have the big playoffs for Europe and Asia this weekend already. So this week is seriously festivities for all the Warcraft fans. And let's see if Fortitude can have a little party on Last Refuge.
You think that's how Lin goes into matchups against human? Turning up the pink song? Let's get this party started!
Wow, that was so
Seems
wrong.
like he's having a good time. I forgot the lyrics for a moment there. How does it go again?
Will you expect
so
somebody to start singing so you can ridicule them? Like,
You do the
nice-
cast, Todd. It's your
nice
turn
bait.
to sing now.
I never
Nice
make
bait.
fun of people singing. Dude, I am very much there in the dumps as well. My singing is so bad, you would know if we ever went to karaoke together, but I think you might regret it. Last time, with the Koreans, you know, everyone was bad at singing, but everyone was also eager to point out that I was definitely the worst, which, to be fair, is purely the truth. My voice
think I'm
is
good.
made rather for casting than singing. Huh? What?
I think I'm actually good.
Really?
Yeah. At least I think so after a couple drinks, you know? I got my couple go-to songs, you know, crawling in my skin.
Linkin Park. You're a Linkin Park kind of guy?
Yeah. I hear Neo laughing in the back.
I would pay so much money to see you perform Linkin Park. Oh boy.
Next time we're in China, we'll go to karaoke. That's good. Because as far as I know, Germany doesn't really have too much karaoke's. Ooh, the peon! The footman!
Alright, who's gonna get the Shadow Priest now? Can he buy it with a peon? Is he close enough?
Well, it
Ensnare
wouldn't
wears
escape.
off. Oh! Does it get ensnared or not, is the question if he buys it.
It would take too much damage anyway, because like the 2 range creeps would start attacking him, so it's not worth. And I think for human now too, because
Yeah.
the creeps
I
are
think-
just like kind of glitch in a way where like if you buy it now, it gets ensnared for sure.
I think at least, as long as Lin makes sure that the human doesn't get the Shadow Priest, he's fine with this, sacrificing the peon early. Gets the replenish potion. Oh, that's so nice for this early. But in fact, he has healing already. He went for a skip barracks, but a quick shop to have the sustain here early on, which means this Farseer can trade a ton of hits with the AM, and the AM only being level 1 and not really having any prospects of level 2 right now. This is an uncomfortable game for Fortitude already.
Yeah, it's a bit weird that Fortitude is being so timid. I guess he wants to make sure it doesn't take any damage at all on the Archmage. Because if you start like losing half your hit points, then the map control really can escape you very quickly. But he wants to at least try and get a daytime. Lin gonna not even attempt the steal. I guess that was a little bit off balance here with the synchronization on that. And no blacksmith there yet.
Might still be adding it later, but Yeah, for now it's just attack. Oh, what's that? Early shop. Still no blacksmith, trying to make sure he can go for that regen scroll if he needs it.
Sentry ward pretty amazing to have here, by the way, but you need to be careful. Like if any of the opponent's units keep stab on your hero and then realize where it is, it's very easy to kind of like demine. You know, you can remove it.
Under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Would cost a dust, but probably worth it. AM, oh, classic Fortitude move. AM pushing into the Orc base. Wow, that sentry was so obvious. Is it even that valuable? I mean, what are you gonna see? Okay, you're making Shaman, you're making TC, you're leaving the base. I mean, didn't he know that anyways?
I always think that when a Night Elf scouts me like super early, you know? Like before my hero's out. It's like, what do you think you're gonna see? Like a blacksmith and pala rifle build? It's like, dude, of course there's gonna be a barracks and an altar and like my hero's on the way and it's gonna be an archmage. Come on.
But I mean, watching your stream sometimes, occasionally you play a Tinker first or something, you know?
Yeah, but only on certain
Player's
maps.
forces are under attack.
I guess against Orc you wanna see like whether there's a bestiary or not, whether there's a war mill or not. Oh my god, he gets a surround.
Nice
That was
surround.
amazing. Whoa.
Can he fight out against the footies?
I think he has a TP.
Ooh, has a TP. Wow, last second. Where's the AM? Standing in the base.
Yeah, so seeing the bestiary and the lodge is pretty nice, and seeing the direction that the orc goes in, right? Like sometimes he'll head down towards the shop, like knowing exactly where he is such a big advantage as opposed to if you don't know.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose. We have the Sanctum coming. Blacksmith now finished, rifles soon on their way, and the Mountain King on his way as well. TC now coming out, beginning his creeping journey, along with the Farseer. Farseer not being quite so annoying right off the bat. Is he gonna get level 2? Oh my god. Perfectly lined up for level 2. Do you think Lin knew he had to kill the footy, and then he could creep along with the TC and then get level 2 perfectly?
Yeah. I also think he could predict the election perfectly. Nah, you probably have an idea, but you're never really sure. But yeah, I guess.
Dude, you're underestimating Lin right now. Are you realizing what you're doing? He's a god.
He is. But not
He's like
because he
Kanye
can
West,
calculate exactly like how much XP he's going to be able to get for many other things.
Just kidding. Just a little yokey yoke. So, TC gets to level 2. AM once again fast level 3. Kind of. What's the skill this time? Watch Elemental again. I feel like this will fall off so hard. But good now for creeping, I suppose. He doesn't really need level 2 Water Elementals to creep this natural, but for the red camp it might be helpful. For the Merc camp it would be helpful. Farseer saying hello, again being annoying. No TP to save him this time though.
Yeah.
So Stormbolts around could be dangerous.
He's got the next best thing, a speed scroll. I think that because he goes for rifles and they're pretty good against shamans, maybe it's okay to go with Water Elemental level 2 because you can creep quicker and, you know, eventually you're just hoping to take like a really good fight. But against Torrent Chieftain and getting level 3 as quick as it does, it just feels like this kind of rifle composition just cannot work against somebody as good as Lin.
Yeah, man, how quick did he level, dude? Just came out of the altar a moment ago and now he's about to hit level 3. Stealing the merchant away from the human. Normally with militia creep, this should always go to the human player. But as Fortitude is so focused for a while on the bottom right, there's an opening to steal this consumable away. It is the big invul, very nice for the TC. And that is just the class, the master class of Lin. Always playing around the opponent's movement perfectly on the map. And yeah, min-maxing and getting ahead every time he can.
Dude, imagine if Lin actually did a masterclass. He's like, I get a Torn Chieftain, power to 3, send it inside of the human army. My name is Lin, and this is my masterclass. right next to Gordon Ramsay and all these guys.
A few days ago, I checked out some Gordon Ramsay compilations. That guy is just an entertainer, dude.
Dude, he's amazing.
How much do you think they stage that kind of stuff on that show?
They don't.
You think it's just all genuine?
Yeah.
He just gets upset every 30 minutes?
Well, I
Nothing
mean,
you can do about it?
have you seen the competence of the cooks that he's working with? He's like
Not
a
much.
Michelin star cook,
I just
and then
always see him screaming at them.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously they're pretty bad. He gives them like clear instructions, and then they make like all the meat is like raw and stuff. They just do horrible. It's like imagine like a really good Warcraft player trying to teach like
A player's force
some really really bad player. I think they would get pissed off as well.
Sounds like when you were coaching Floss.
No. He didn't do too bad. He listened, you know? Imagine if I would coach him and I'd be really invested in it, and then he just wouldn't listen. And then time after time, he wouldn't do anything that I told him. Then yes, you know, like,
Hey,
I
you're
would
giving
ask
him
him, what
advice.
are you?
You're giving him advice, and he's like, I don't know, man. In the day 9 daily, he said.
Oh my god, yeah. Then yeah, lose it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Get out. Alright, the one of the win actually is super strong here.
Push across the map by Fortitude. He has the level 3 MK clap here looking quite good. Where's that Wand of the Wind? Now would have been a decent time to use it when the TC was running in, but he didn't. Connects
forgot
heavy
that he
with
has
the
it.
Stomp.
He forgot for sure, he would have used it.
Yeah.
That is
Starts off
unacceptable.
decently.
Gordon Ramsay would not be impressed.
TC, what are you doing? No, wait, MK is making the mistakes. He's leaving the meat uncooked, but he's getting into a good position at least. The next clap could be massive. Where is it? Ooh, the Stomp certainly is nice as well. Heal scroll after, and very good healing with that for the Orc army. But now Lin will fall back. He's so fast with that aura. Level 4 TC, so quickly acquired. The Farseer is level 3 as well. Really good hero levels, but I guess not too bad either for Fortitude. Repositioning now to the left. He's got lots of gold, by the way. 800! Not spending it yet. Still around 50 versus 50. Another Stomp comes through. Late Chain Lightning as well. Is there another heal scroll? No, there isn't. There's more Wand of the Wind. Another clap comes in as well, but didn't even hit that much necessarily. Stomp again. All these militia about to fall. Another heal scroll came through. One more clap was there. That may have been the last one though. TC getting focused, but he is very tanky. Makes it to the back. Heals up now would be wonderful, but he doesn't have that anymore. But a lot of things are about to die.
He has 1,000 gold. Macro, bro. What is going on?
Oh, focusing now on the micro, taking out more raiders, but calls for the GG with 1150 in the bank. Fortitude gives this up. That's the 2-0 for Lin.
And that